Raw majestic. Falling, falling. You wanna talk about us, talk about love and trust. Now you don't get enough. Let's talk about you, talk about what's your more. Always knowing the truth. Let's talk about me, talk about what do I see. Gotta be quick on my feet, fucking with you. This is the shit that I know, this is the shit that I know. But do you know, really have brothers so close. Think I hit that other nose at first week and nowhere to go. Now we have nothing to show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to What is the Definition of Love? Let's talk about love. I got with me Miss Crystal Ann. Tonight is one of I'm extremely excited actually. I didn't tell her, but I always get nervous and excited before my show. I've watched you. I mean, we've hung out in family parties and I've watched you go through some weight loss, which is amazing. You look phenomenal.
Thank you.
Um, and we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk about love. We're gonna talk about relationships. We're gonna talk about our parents. We're gonna talk about little of everything.
Yes.
All right. So let's start. Can Are you born here in the States? Where are you
Yes.
from? And
I am from Northvale, New Jersey.
Oh, so you're a New
Yes.
Jerseyan.
I am firstborn in America.
Oh, so
Well,
where are your
out of
other-
my mother was born in Germany. My dad is from the States, but he was born in the Bronx.
Oh, cool. He's from the. Well, no, he's not. You're born in the Bronx. Oh, excuse me. I'm born in Melbourne, Australia. I don't know how good that could be. Yeah. Would you want to share your age?
I just turned 36 on the 12th.
You're a baby. So, do you remember your first love?
I do.
How old were you?
I was 15. We dated officially for a year,
Uh-huh.
but we were technically on and off for almost 10.
10 years?
Almost.
Whoa. What?
On and off. In between.
Where is he now? I mean, do you talk to him or
No.
No. Okay, so it's definitely over. It's no.
Oh yeah, no, definitely over. We still have
He's
mutual
laughing.
friends, but
Oh, you guys do?
we do not see each other, but we have mutual friends.
So have you ever since you've not talked to him been in a place
Yes.
where you've been together? Oh.
It did not go over well.
So it don't go well.
No,
Like, did he try to approach you or?
it was not a good experience at all.
Oh damn.
No.
Ow.
Yeah.
Damn, girl. So, like, how did you know, like, it was love? Like, what did it feel like? Like, was it something different than, like, I'm assuming you must have had other, maybe lustful relationships before?
I mean, I would say he was my first,
Mm-hmm.
and
First
he
in
was-
everything, you mean?
Yeah, first
Okay.
in everything, and I don't even know how to explain it. He was just everything to me. It was he. I mean, he was my best friend. Even after we had officially ended things, even through, other relationships, he was still my best friend through so much. He knew everything about me, every deep, dark secret, everything.
And then you can't be together. Like, you can't be in a room together. It's.
No.
Phew. Whoa. Dang.
That's on him though. That has
Oh.
nothing to do with me.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, that's on him.
Are you currently in a relationship?
No.
Okay, so what's your status?
My status is just dating. Trying, I am in the middle of a divorce and
Are you looking for love?
I am.
You are.
I am.
Can't wait. This is going to be a nice journey. Like, I gotta have to bring you back in, like, what, 2 years? I'm excited. I'm already excited for the next one. What's one thing about love that scares you?
I don't trust easily. I don't trust anyone easily.
But is it because of your past relationships or?
I don't know that it's necessarily relationships in general. Like, I think it's just life in general. Everyone I've ever, even family, anyone I've ever loved has left, whether it be death or just leaving in general.
Mhm.
I have major trust issues
Yeah, I mean,
of just
understand,
life happening.
but like death is something we cannot control.
I know, which is a major problem for me. I
Mine
have
too.
major control issues.
I agree. I mean, I think I remember when my dad passed away, and I actually had a meltdown. I was in a store and I had the kids with me, and I just passed out. I cried, and and the guy was like, "Is everything okay?" And then my younger son, I remember him saying, "Oh, because my mom just lost her father. He passed away." And this guy waited until I kind of came back to like my senses, and he said to me, "Look, I can only promise you that death is the only thing that is actually going to happen in life. I promise you. Other than that, I cannot promise you anything." And it was like, I was like, whoa. I was like, who the hell is he? And I kept on saying to myself, why is he like, what is his business, you know? But then I was like, whoa, wait, he is right. That's the only thing that is promised to us is death. Nobody can tell us, oh, guess what? Tomorrow morning you will be up and everything is gonna be okay. There's no such thing.
Yeah.
And it took me a while. I mean, I'm still like dealing with my father's death.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't think it will ever go away. But yeah, I think that's really one of the hardest things in life to deal with. Period. Like I don't know. It could be anybody at this point.
Yeah. Well, somebody once told me grief is like carrying a briefcase at all times. It just sometimes it's lighter and sometimes it's heavier, but you're just always carrying it with you.
I like that. I'm gonna have to write that down someplace. I like that. I really like that. Wow, I didn't even think about it that way. It is true, cause sometimes, yeah, the feeling,
The chills.
yeah. What attracts you to a man? Meaning, like, what do you look at? What is your first, like, what are you attracted to at first moment?
Initially, I would say their smile and their eyes. The eyes are the window to the soul. And I feel like a genuine smile says a lot.
Not the booty.
No.
Okay.
No.
I mean, I'm just asking because sometimes people get a shy.
And a nice physique
A
tends
nice-
to.
Okay. Well, I got you there. I hear you. So, do you believe in love at first sight?
No.
No.
No. I believe in lust at first sight, but I do not believe in love at first sight. It takes a lot for me to use that word. It takes a lot. I've only said it to two men outside of my family that I meant it in a non-platonic way.
Wow.
It takes a lot
That's
for me
deep.
to say it.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Which of these do you agree with? Love should always feel comfortable, or love should always feel new and exciting?
I don't know that I agree with either.
Really? Okay. What would you want? What would you think would be a perfect ideal way for you?
Love should always be unconditional. Love is, I wouldn't say new and exciting. Love grows.
Growth.
There has to be growth in love.
I mean,
People change.
Oh,
so there
yes.
has to be growth.
yep, we get older. Like I was talking to somebody and I said to them, like some guy said, me and my wife are still the same, like we met last. I was like, that has
That's
to be
impossible.
the biggest lie. He's like, no, it's like I met her. We're the same. I said, it can't be. Do you have kids? He's like, yeah. I said, so it's not the same. When you met, you didn't have kids.
Yeah.
So it's definitely not the same. It could be maybe similar or there's stuff that are still there, but you add on to it.
Yeah.
And then his wife's like, I told you, you can't talk to this person that has a love show. I got love. I love it. I got love. I am in love shows. What do you think makes people fall out of love? I want to hear this one.
Uh,
I want to hear this one. This one's a deep one.
yeah.
Mm.
No growth. I would say no support.
Mm.
God, there's so many things.
Are these things that you went through? Is this like something that kind of hits you at this point?
Yes.
Because, okay. So, like, I feel like you're right because a relationship without support is definitely, because no matter what, I mean, you've lost a lot.
Yes.
Because I know you on a personal, we will talk about that. So I feel like if nobody is there to at least be that shoulder or pick you up,
Yeah.
it's not easy.
No. Exactly.
Do you think people, do you believe people can change if they love someone?
If they want to change, only if they truly want to change. You cannot make somebody change. They have to want to change themselves.
What? When it comes to love, is there a set time?
No.
So love is timeless.
You can fall in love in 3 weeks. It can take 3 years. It's all on you. I
this
don't
thing. I gotta
believe in a timeline.
I sent it to him the other day. Some guy posted. You see what I'm talking about? I was thinking of bringing it up on the other show, but I'm just gonna look for it right now. I don't even know if I still have it. Oh yeah. No. Hold on. Where's that damn thing? Here. He's like, big facts. This is a man who posted this. He sounds so familiar too. So he's also bragging about himself. I've seen men leave 5 to 10 years relationships, turn around and get married to a woman he knows for 6 months, and does all the things his ex always begged him to do. Word of advice: stop preaching to these men. Stop preaching to these men. They hear you. He's not going to ever be the man you want him to be because you're not the woman he wants to be with. People change for who they want. Period.
Yep.
This is a man like that. Actually, I was following him. I've been following him a while back, and he was in a relationship, and I think he broke up with the girl about 8 weeks ago, and he just got married. So I'm like, yo,
That's intense.
this woman, and I know the girl too. So the girl, she used to tell everything on Facebook, and it used to kill me. Like, yo, what would you do if you find your man cheating, and you come home and he's in your eyes? Like, yo, no, I'm not even fucking commenting on that shit. So he's trying to be the victim, but yet again, they both have issues, but at the same time, I'm like, I texted, I sent it to him. I was like, what you think? He's like, what? No. I was like, so why would some guy say that?
Because it
It's
happens.
true. It does happen. It happens. I mean, I'm not sure how long they're going to be together, but he did it for somebody else. You know what I mean? I mean, some people will be in a relationship for 10, 20 years and not even get a ring. And then, he'll step out and she'll leave and he'll give the damn ring to the girl.
Yep.
Because it happened to one of my friends. So I'm like, when it comes to you, What do you consider an act of cheating?
Anything you have to lie about. If you can't be completely honest with me about it, if you have to hide it, it's cheating.
On anything.
Anything. And well, when it involves somebody of the opposite sex.
Oh.
I was one of, I mean, me and my ex were one of those that told each other everything. And I'm open and honest about the factor that I cheated at the end. And I've been very open. I've owned it. I owned it. I was in a very bad place at the end. And I've owned it from day one. That I, I did go there, but I owned it. And but we had all also lost all concept of communication at that point.
Mm. So truly, communication is definitely the key.
Yeah,
to...
communication and understanding. You can communicate to end of the world but if they're not understanding what you're saying, it's like talking to a brick wall.
Sad. Sad. Do you think we can fall in love multiple times?
Yes, you can fall in love with the same person multiple times.
Really?
Yes. You should be. You should be falling in love with your significant other over and over again.
Wow. I thought it's a one-time deal.
Well, that's growth.
Yes, I mean, but I'm just saying, like I was talking to the boys the other day, and I was like, because Justin laughs at me, my youngest. He goes like, you could be as mad as hell at him. He goes like, he walks in, and it's like you saw Jesus walking in the door. He's like, what is wrong with you? I was like, I don't know. Like, I like when he walks in. I feel like, he's like, yeah, right. That's love, Ma. That's love. I was like, what the fuck? Like, even my kid is like looking at me thinking like I'm crazy.
Yeah,
and
the problem is when you lose that.
Yeah, he said to me, yeah, he was like the other day, and when you're mad, I see you sitting at the table and you still look and just kind of have that look. I was like, no, I don't. He's like, no, but you do, but you don't see it. I was like, okay, then I'll take that. If you had the power to change the way this generation thinks about love, what would you tell them?
They're just so frivolous with it. It's a joke to them almost.
It is. Oh my gosh, it is.
It's just so willy-nilly, and if I could take away social media,
there'll be nothing left in this world right now.
Oh my God, though. It was just, people were more appreciative of love and things without it.
So crazy, because I gotta say, there was this gentleman who walked into my store and bought 2 different cards for 2 different women, 2 different puppies or whatever the hell he bought, like the little stuffed animals, and 2 little different color roses. And I have this old lady working like in the company for like about 30 years, and she says to him, "Yeah, man, what the heck is this?" He goes like to her, "One is for my wife, and this is for my other wife." She goes like, "You only have one wife, so what is this?" He goes like, "I told you, one is for my wife and one is for my other wife." So she got quiet because she got confused. And then he says to her, "This lady I live with, and this lady, she's not, but she will be my future wife." And she goes like, "What are you talking about?" And she's a church lady, so I had to explain to her, like, basically he's telling you he's cheating on his wife. "Yeah, man, like, yeah, I'm gonna go to church tomorrow. I'm going to pray for his soul." And I'm like, what the hell? Like, really? Why would you pray for his soul? Why can't you pray for them? Pray for their souls, not his soul. She's like, he's in turmoil. She said, I was like, right, in his damn stupidness of a turmoil. But yeah, I agree. I mean, life, man. These new generation. I feel like they don't even understand what love is. Like,
no.
And some of the girls want it so bad that they stick with whoever, whatever. you know.
They just settle.
Yeah. What's the first thing you notice? Oh, this is the wrong one. Why is it here? Ah, fuck. Sorry. Okay, this one was supposed to be the next. Do you think that physical attributes are more important than maintaining a successful relationship? Or do you think that friendship maintains a relationship?
Friendship.
Friendship.
Friendship is, I think, more of a key component. There's more communication in friendship than physical attributes.
Mm. Are you a jealous person?
I am not. I am truly not. I'm way too confident for that shit.
So you're not jealous at all.
I mean, I'm sure there's a tingent jealousy, slightness. I mean, but and I can have my moments, but that's something I handle on the side. I'm not outwardly jealous. I'll handle it later. Like
Yeah.
if I feel disrespected, there'll be a
Oh.
side of it,
Oh.
but I'm
shit.
not a jealous.
Yeah, I know you
person.
would.
Yeah, you'd have to outwardly disrespect me to see that side.
Who knows you best?
Probably Dominique.
Dominique. I would love to see what she knows. Dominique. Wow. So you
a
basically
close second would be my friend Linda.
Okay. So they're like close.
Yeah.
What is the hardest lesson you had to learn in life?
How to stand on my own 2 feet through loss.
Yeah, because you had a lot of losses in
5 years.
so you
Well,
know,
first was I lost both my parents and my brother in 5 months. And then I just recently, 5 years after that, have lost my aunt.
that was the only no.
It was my mother's sister, and she was my last, you know, blood relative, outside of like cousins.
So did your brother leave kids behind?
Yes, he
Or-
left two. He left 2 boys that live in Virginia,
Oh,
so they're not even like local for me to.
damn,
Yeah.
damn. So how do you pick yourself up?
I just, I'm pretty much. I think of my nephews and I keep in my head really like it'd be so much harder to fall apart and then pick myself up than to just keep going every day. And who's going to pick up my pieces? I don't have anyone to pick up my pieces. I mean, and the way I see it is everyone's expecting me to fall, so I'd rather show them.
Oh yeah, people expect that shit.
And everyone wants me to fall as far as I'm concerned. So it's a big stick it to you just to not fall.
I mean,
I'm a fighter.
but at the same time, you are human, so you're entitled to fall. But I feel like sometimes when you fall, your best bet to fall is at home by yourself.
Well, that's what I do.
You know, so I agree with that.
I have a select few that know when I'm having my bad days, but other than that, it's
Yeah, I take my shower.
Yeah.
That's where I just go and scream.
I
When
live
cry.
alone, so
Yeah, I can't do anything by myself. Like even if I'm like the other day I was coming out of the shower, his son goes like, "You okay, Michelle?" I was like, "The fuck." I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Okay." I was like, "Why? Do I look bad?" He's like, "No." He goes like, you have like dark circles." I'm not feeling well, so I was like, "Oh great," you know, like my stepson's noticing that I have dark circles. Most proud achievement in your life so far. Oh, I got one big one for you. That one.
most proud achievement. It's a rough one. I don't know. Not collapsing after I've lost everyone.
Well, I gotta say, like, you are a very strong person. Unfortunately, as I said, loss is something that we cannot control,
Yeah.
you know, and it's sad that you had to go through it, and then on top of it, you lost the three people that you were supposed to, have for a long time.
I mean, I would have to say one of the hardest struggles through losing them was actually struggling through my wedding without them.
Oh, that's big. That's
Yeah, I
really.
mean, I felt like I had it was a rite of passage I didn't get because I didn't get my father to walk me down the aisle. I didn't have my father-daughter dance. I didn't get my mother to go with me wedding dress shopping. So I mean, I got through it all. I definitely wedding dress shopping was definitely the hardest. I had definitely some rough moments in that.
Mhm.
Um, I mean, there were definitely I definitely lost it during that. They I had a moment in the one bridal shop where they found me crying in the dressing
In
room.
the room.
But I mean, even though the marriage didn't last, the wedding day turned out to be amazing, and you know, my soon-to-be ex-husband is an amazing man, and I will love him always. But he just, it's hard to stand by somebody who's been through as much loss as me. It takes a really strong person, and it wasn't meant to be. And
I mean,
I'll never have a bad word to say about him. We just,
that's great, but I feel like I think you're beating yourself way too much about it. As
no,
a person, I think I've known you for a bit now. Um, we all make mistakes, right? But at the same time, I don't think anybody deserves to lose so much in 1 year, right?
no,
Back to back to back, and like w- I lost my dad, and I know that after that day I was never the same.
yeah,
I can't even imagine losing more than that, what I'm gonna feel like. It's just like I'm not the same person no more. Like I'm not the same person. And
yeah,
I understand. So like when I hear people say, "Oh, I really feel so different," and I'm like, "Whoa, I can relate to that." Like I don't know if people could understand, but like the people that went through losses knows the feeling. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like we'll say, "Oh yeah," I mean, you know, losing somebody is difficult. Like I truly have a friend, and she watches this show. So Sheila, shout out to you. She also had some major losses, from her mom to her aunt to her husband, who passed away in I think it was a car accident or something like that. I remember her telling me. But this was like back to back to back, and I was like, I used to say to myself, Jesus Christ, like how do people like live? And now she's with some guy, and she's really happy, and I'm happy for her. And she's from Canada, and now she lives in Florida. So the guy was in the military, so it was rough for her because it was like a long distance. So I can really kind of feel like how you change.
yeah,
Like I mean, and at the same time, when you go through losses, you become a totally different person. You numb yourself. There's days where you want to be numbed completely, and if that person that's with you cannot understand.
was I there were days I wanted to numb myself, but it got when my aunt got diagnosed this summer
I
with
saw that.
cancer.
That's that thing.
Um, it came to a point, and him and I had been at this point now fighting for the same fight for a year and a half. It got to the point where I couldn't do that fight anymore,
Mm.
and I was like, I just want to live. I keep losing people, and all I want to do is live, and I can't have this same fight anymore. And that's when I made the decision I made. I
Mm.
was like, I won't do this anymore, and That's when things literally fell apart. And I made the choices I made, and I eventually left.
So I'm going to talk about your biggest achievement is your weight loss. I really do think you should tap yourself on the back, you know? I really do truly believe that because I think I think you would have really gotten sick if you stayed.
I was really sick. I
There we
was
go.
in a lot of pain. I could barely walk up a flight of stairs.
So like you lost a ton of weight, and
130 pounds.
that is the most biggest achievement, and I think that's what your answer should have been.
I don't even think about that. I forget.
That's what I'm saying. Like you see how you're mostly focused on the things um, that's not here no more.
Yeah, I don't
And
think about.
I think you're. And
I
you
still
need to tap
see
yourself.
that person in the mirror.
Yeah, but you know what? You need to embrace
Yeah.
yourself now as the new you. You know, and it's a great accomplishment. I mean, I think you should be very proud of yourself. Okay, stop putting yourself in that position. I don't think you should go there anymore. So we all make mistakes. I hear you loud and clear, and I applaud you for, you know, talking about your faults in the relationship and what happened and how it all came down to. It takes two people
Yeah.
to make a relationship, and it takes two people to destroy a relationship. So, you know, I'm learning with experience, and I hear a lot, and I pay attention, and I'm one of those people that I always wanna fix my shit.
Yeah.
I don't wanna let go of my shit. No matter how bad it is, I truly keep on saying, I want to keep on going. I know I can do this.
Yeah.
I am stronger than what I am. I know I feel weak right now, but there's things that kept me here. You know what I mean? Like, we all go through things, but would you sacrifice your career to keep a relationship?
My current career?
Any career, any major career that you would think you'll have in the future that you love, would you give it up for your love for a relationship?
That's a tough one. Because right now, my current career, I would. I'm actually looking to get out of it.
Okay.
This summer, I'm looking for a new career.
We gotta get there.
Yeah.
Because I'm in that boat too.
um, I. It depends on the situation. I mean, is it for somebody that's gonna push me into a bigger, better position, or are they just trying to hold me back? If you're holding me back, hell no. I won't let anyone hold me back.
Say hell no.
Sayonara.
All right. If you had to change something about your life, what would it be?
My current financial situation.
Okay. Okay. But that's just current.
No. Right now, it's just being alone. Like, I mean, I have no family, and
Yeah, that has to be difficult.
like everyone, a lot of people when I say, you know, I'm alone, they right away go to the whole relationship thing, and that's not where it's at. I was really close to my family. Like, we were, with the saying as thick as thieves. Like, we did game nights. We hung out, and to not have that anymore, it's rough.
Well, we can start something, you know. I mean, we do one thing like what every 1 year, twice or three times a year at Dominique. We can do something. We can start doing something on a weekly or a monthly basis. The
Yeah.
girls, we could do that. Describe love in 5 words.
Mm.
Let me just hear
5
this.
words. Loyalty,
Mm-hmm.
honesty, fun.
I was about to know that. It's gonna come. Better be fun.
um, there's only 2 left. There's so much I could add in there.
Well, we're waiting for the best two.
The best 2. Intimacy. Oh God. And best friends. I There has to be that friendship there. I want the love of my life to be my best friend. It has to be somebody I could talk to about everything.
I agree. I totally agree with that. Do you think compliments are important in a relationship?
Yes.
How important do you think? Like, how is it, like, for you in specific, do you think it works better? Or are you just thinking outside the box?
No, I I think they're important. I think it's you need to make your partner feel like they're important to you. I when you need to still, even years down the road, they still need to feel like they're the only one that matters.
Have you ever seen a couple walking down the street that's like 90 years old and they're holding hands?
Or he's still grabbing her ass.
I know, but like, where? That is like the most cutest thing I've ever,
Yes.
like, I could ever see. Like the other day, even at my store, this couple came in and I didn't notice the guy. The guy's always, hey, he'll tell his wife, this is my girl, this is my girl. She's like, oh, he goes like, don't talk to my girl, okay? Don't talk to my girl. So today he passed me and I was like, and she goes like, he just had a stroke 2 days ago. I was like, what? Like, I was so devastated. Like, and I just know them like by far, but they're always together. Like, she was like, I'm so lost. She was like, and you could hear it in her voice. And I was like, wow, like, I want to be just like them. And she was like in her 90s, and he was a veteran, so he's like 95 or 97. And she's like, I'm so lost. She goes like, I was lost without him for 2 days. I was like, wow, damn, what happened to that?
Yeah.
I don't see it anymore.
No.
Man, I dream of that.
Yeah.
What are you grateful for?
My friends and family. My friends that have become family.
It's so true. Because, yeah, I mean, but you're a great person, so you're not going to find the guy. You're not going to make great friends. You know what I mean? Like, and people are going to be friends not because they feel sorry. It's just
No.
because you're an amazing person, period. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't have to say that. I mean, but I'm sure Dominique is saying the same thing. Hopefully she's watching. I'm hoping she's watching. Okay. What is your biggest accomplishment in life so far? Something that you've accomplished besides weight loss, which I would still say weight loss for me. Yeah.
I have to say, I mean, I work as a nanny.
That's cute.
And I have to say, the 2 families I've worked with the longest, watching, literally raising those kids. I mean, the oldest is going to be 17.
Wow.
And I'm currently teaching her how to drive because her mother doesn't have the angst to do it.
Oh, cool. That is so nice. Cute. Hopefully she gets the license so you can be like, yay!
Yeah, and she's all of 4'10", and she has a singing voice to die for.
Wow.
Yeah, Dominique has heard her, and
Wow.
she's a powerhouse for a little 4'10" white girl.
Man. All right, we need some of those. One of your favorite couples, like maybe a couple that you admire.
My friends Linda and Matt.
Why do you?
They are just, you know, she came out of a bad relationship right before she had met him, and they knew each other in childhood, and they just came back together on they reconnected on Facebook, and just it was like instant reconnection, and they
Wow.
just had their first baby. They're engaged, and they're just so cute, and I absolutely adore them together.
Wow.
They just bought a house,
That is a love
waiting for the
story.
closing.
That is so
They're
cool.
just, and him, and it was so funny because when she first brought him around to introduce everyone, she said to him, she's like, the person you have to really impress was me. She's like, we're a package deal. She's like, it's kind of like a sister package. She's like, so he was so nervous to meet me, and like, we like hit it off, and it's just, I just love the two of them together.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really nice than having like Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie kind of thing.
Yeah, and they're the kind of couple you never feel like you're a third wheel around.
That's so cool. I like
Yeah.
that.
Sometimes I think she feels like the third wheel.
That's so dope. I really truly like that. What's the secret to a great relationship?
um, I would say communication with understanding and which leads to true intimacy.
Mm, that's really cool. Okay. What advice would you give your young self?
To not be such a stubborn hardhead all the time, and to release from the resting bitch face all the time.
No, you're not that bad. Come
Oh
on.
no, apparently I
For
am.
real?
Yeah, apparently I am.
Who told you that?
Oh, we're not going to discuss that.
Oh, but oh yeah. But
Apparently I'm out in public when I'm by myself. I'm pretty bad. I'm very unapproachable.
really,
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think whoever said that is just jealous.
When I'm in uncomfortable situations.
Well, I mean, I would be a bitch too. If I'm by myself and I'm in a very awkward position, I think I would be the biggest, I think the biggest bitch.
Yeah, I have what you would call high functioning social anxiety.
Okay.
So when I'm in a situation and like in a bar and I'm kind of by myself visiting a friend that might be working
Okay.
and people try to get past me to go talk to said friend, I apparently look like I'm giving a dirty look, but it's just said resting bitch face.
Okay.
Yeah.
And who cares?
Apparently
If
they do.
you
They
are
complained to
fine.
said person about it a couple of
Why?
times.
But like, yo, like, why? Maybe because you didn't buy them the drink.
No.
Oh. I don't know what to tell you, girlfriend. I truly don't know. But you know what? Like if I'm in a bar by myself and I want to stay by myself, I am going to be a very big ass bitch. So.
But I'm not a bitch, that's the thing. So it
But that's what I'm saying. Like, why would they like?
well, I said to the friend, I was like, maybe if you introduced me and they actually met me,
Then it would have been.
it'd be different because I'm actually a very friendly, sociable person. Most people love me once they meet me.
I mean, like you like.
I mean, unless you give me a reason to be a bitch.
unless you're in
then
the bar
I'm-
and somebody taps you on the back, that's gonna be like that for me. I don't do that.
Yeah,
stuff.
don't come up from behind me.
I don't do
freaks
that.
Me out,
that
but,
freaks me out too. Like I have a very
if
bad anxiety.
You introduce me to somebody, I'm the most sociable person and friendliest person
I-
until you give me a reason to be a bitch.
I do
Then it's
think
on.
so. I admit it. Like I would be the same. I don't like people coming from like behind or
No.
tap me or something. I don't like that stuff. What would you do today if you would know that you're going to die tomorrow?
I'm such a control freak. That would freak me out. Um,
So, okay, so what would you do? You have 24 hours. How would you spend your 24 hours? Would you call somebody? Would you let anybody know?
I don't think I'd let anyone know.
Me neither.
I don't think I'd want anyone to know.
I don't think so. I don't.
No,
think,
I don't think I
I
would
would want to
want-
plan my funeral before I want to tell anybody.
Nope, wouldn't let them know either because
Yeah, I
we
wouldn't
all
wanna do it.
Everyone in my family goes to the same place.
Oh no,
so.
I'll go someplace else. I mean, anyways, nobody knows where I'm gonna go, so.
Yeah. Go lay on the beach.
Yeah, I would take a trip out someplace, and I wouldn't tell anybody. I'll just.
Float off to sea.
That's it.
Let the sharks take me.
I'll be like on the beach, sitting in someplace like on a
Getting
on
a tan.
mat on a tan mat on a mat, and yes, burn me, baby. Oh, I wonder what that would look like. Like like the lobster kind of look.
My cheeks right now.
No, you're fine. Who was your idol as a child?
My aunt.
Your aunt, the one that just passed?
Yes. She was my rock.
Why? What did what was special about her?
For all of her 5-footness, we always called her a tough little cookie. Everything about her, she's a fighter. She was the rock of the family. Anything we asked of her, she always had the best advice. And I just always wanted to be just like her for some reason.
You are like her.
I mean, when I was 6, I even wanted to marry my uncle at one point. I was really mad at her when she married him.
Oh, damn. Is he still alive?
He is. That's who I'm moving in with.
Oh, okay. Well.
I don't want to marry him anymore. I'm sorry. Nope, that ship has sailed. Got over that after I was 6.
Oh, wow. So, okay. So she was basically the cookie of the family.
Yeah.
That kept everybody together.
Yeah, she
came up with
was.
Things.
She was the glue.
She was.
Yeah.
Okay. Does the way you were loved as a child play a big role in your relationships?
Yes. I feel like it might have also been a lot of the downfall of my marriage because my family was so tight-knit and we were so close and I never felt accepted by his. So it was a lot of the fights in our marriage. So my family was always so accepting of everyone and I never fully felt accepted by his, and it was a major issue within our marriage. So I feel like that had a lot to do with our problems. It was a constant battle because he never could see where I was coming from because he was so loved and accepted by my family. From day one, he was their son. He was their nephew. He was an uncle. My nephews and nieces still call him Uncle Carson. I tell them, you can call him, go ahead. As long as he's not bad-mouthing me or asking for information about me, call him. He's family. Mm-hmm. I tell my uncle constantly, because my uncle misses him, I was like, call him. I don't care. He's still family. Yeah. He will always be family to you guys.
Wow. So from his side, it was different. It was
not the same. I didn't get the same reciprocation.
But did he see that? Like
he claims, well, I'm not that close with them, but I'm like, that's not true. Because when we first met, he claimed that once, but when we first met, he was always with them. When we first started dating, I remember being on the phone with him, and I'd be like, "Where are you?" "Oh, at a family party," and he was always with them. And then when we got serious, he was never with them. And there were a couple incidents where his mom called me some racially not so nice
Oh,
things, and
okay.
so
Well, that's some stupid shit though. You know. I mean, these families, man, they keep putting in.
it's not. I I mean, it was our marriage.
Hmm.
It's not. It wasn't their marriage. Ultimately, the problems were between us, but he didn't see it for what it was, and I mean, there were incidences where he stood up for me ultimately, but ultimately, if I'm not fully accepted, there's always going to be a divide. So
And also, it'd be like always a question mark.
yeah, I never
Like
felt comfortable.
I used to be the same way with my ex husband. Like I would walk in there, and they'll be like, first you hear them talking outside from the door, and then when I walk in, they all get quiet. It's like, okay, bitch, you're talking about me. Like, what the fuck
I
is?
just didn't want to go. So and that would put problems with me and him, and or then I'd send him by himself, and then it'd be like, well, why didn't she come? And
Yeah,
then
it's worse when you send him and you don't go.
yeah,
I remember those days. Damn. Uh, okay, so I'm at the end of my show. I um, want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I truly hope that I can have you back on my show in 2 years and have a better story.
yes,
Meaning you will be complete. Not that you're not complete. I just feel like you are in the middle of a lot of changes.
yes,
So
transitions.
so when you are in that position, I think you have between 2 to 5 years, right? They say, yeah, about 2 to 5 years. So my question before we leave is, I have two questions. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In a new career,
Okay.
in a house, hopefully.
What kind of career are you? Um.
I'm actually looking to get back into photography.
Oh snap! We got this. We got this. Let's do this. Photography, girl.
Yep.
Yes, I could see you do that. Look, the photography industry is huge, is endless, and since I'm almost there, I'm almost going to be very successful. I'm there. I'm gonna be very successful. I might need a photographer, so you're gonna have to be my photographer. I'd rather have a female than a guy doing my pictures. I really do. I feel very uncomfortable. Like that's why I will tell Beats sometimes, "Can you do a photo shoot for me?" She's like, "I can't move right now." Like, come on. She's like, "Nah." Like, talk to someone. So I'm like, "Yeah, but that's a guy. I don't want to do a guy." Nah, it's very awkward for me to like relax, and I'm just very weird. I am weird. I want doctors that are females. I don't want any. I'm extremely weird. Like I don't. Not that I have anything against guys. Don't get me wrong, but I feel comfortable in my own skin where I am with a girl than a guy. I feel like men will take advantage of me because I've been in situations like that, and I don't trust people like that.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be in like movies or film or doing some kind. And I have a guy. Nah, thank you very much. Like, I've been approached many times to do like videos for like artists doing videos. I'm like, no, no, no. I mean, if he can't come with me and he's here and doing his stuff with this, I don't want to go alone.
Yeah.
I refuse to go alone. So yeah. Anyway, so coming up next week, I still don't know who my guest is, but I'm in a search right now. I mean I have two people in mind, so I'm going to try and get a guy in this coming week. So I'm going to see. I'll surprise you guys on Facebook. Thank you for coming to the
You're
show.
welcome.
I appreciate you. I am going to like continue following you on Facebook and at the parties. We're gonna have to start doing a monthly thing. I'll talk to Beats, we'll come up with something. Um so I close my show, I always ask the last question, and my last question is, what is your definition of love?
My definition of love. It's an eternal friendship. It's an eternal bond. It's it it's just I think the best definition is the eternal bond. It's just an inseparable bond.
I take that. I truly take that. But I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna bring you back. I'm definitely gonna bring you back in a few years. I did this promise to a girl, and look what happened to her last week. She came back
Yeah,
and she
I
married.
watched that.
So yeah, that was one of my major shows. So thank you again for coming, and I see you guys next week. And take care, everybody. Have a good night.